I did some benching, I did some, I don't even remember, man. I did quite a bit. Feeling tired. That's what this is. As you can see by how white my eyes are, it's just fatigue, not high. No, I come from a Muslim household, so drugs and drinking is forbidden. Not drinking and not doing other sorts of drugs. Alcohol is a drug. It changes it changes how your body functions. It's a substance that changes how your body functions. So alcohol is a drug, but recreational and other hardcore drugs, solid ones, not liquid ones, like your weed, your ketamine, your cocaine, and that. Yeah, they're all seen as forbidden. And although not doing these things, not drinking, not smoking, it is healthy, but maybe going about it, maybe adding religious taboo on these things in the form of religion maybe wasn't the healthiest of ways of going about it, even though it did work. So yeah, feeling tired, but as you can see, eyes could not be any more white. I'm feeling really comfortable right now. But yeah, going back to the session, I did like 40 kg bench press. Yeah, man. Speaking to a couple people here and there, get to know a couple people. Saw one built guy. He looked both his physique looked both muscular and fat. It looked like he was just very built, muscular, but there was a lot of fat covering it. But yeah, he looked nice. So I told him he looked nice, and he said, "Oh, thank you." And I did say that genuinely. I also spoke to another lady. That's nice. Spoke to a lady in the past that I've seen here and there. Lady whose bum I looked at, rather unfortunately, but I no pun intended. But I understood. I understand that there's a lot of lust that I've had to work through. And actually, speaking of what happened today, I was just walking out, yeah, and this lady did not say, she was just doing her own thing. She didn't even look at me. And that was enough at the time for me to leave the gym with a sour taste in my mouth because of my, metaphorically speaking, because of me. It wasn't her. She was just doing her thing. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go back in to not let her know that happened, because that absolutely is not her fault. It's my mind state. But to work through things that I needed to work through, and I've done that. Maybe not completely, but I certainly have done my bit here and there. And when we're nearby each other and she was just doing her bit in the gym like a normal human being, I didn't feel any way. I was literally, she was in a group just speaking to people like a normal human being, and I was thinking maybe seeing as I like the conversation that we had yesterday about mental health and that, I'll go and speak to her again to have a similar sort of conversation. But I thought that was kind of strange, because I know I've lusted over this lady. I've had lustful thoughts when thinking about this lady in the past, due to my own experiences that I need to work through, even ever since I was a child. So I was thinking, that kind of seems predatory in a sense, almost as like I was stalking her, when almost as if I was stalking her. In reality, I absolutely wasn't, but in my mind, for some reason, I thought of it like that. It's, upon reflection, I don't understand why it's an issue to want to speak to someone one-on-one because you don't feel comfortable with speaking to everybody else in the group that you've seen that you don't know. I don't know, man. Mm. Also, dating wise, I did have more of a grey line between ages I wouldn't date, and I was unsure. So I thought, is it because she's a few years younger? Is that a problem? I don't think so. The lady's a few years younger than me. Oh my gosh. But I think it's okay. It's fine. But yeah, there's a lot of lust that I need to work through. By the way, it's not like, oh my gosh, she's like 16 or anything. She's not. That's kind of weird. But again, with the grey lines thing, I was thinking, would I be willing to date anyone that's 17 to 19 at this age? And I think 17, no, because even in the eyes of the law, seen as a child. But 18 and above, yes. I personally think that that's okay, because in the eyes of the law, seen as an adult, and even at my back when I was 18, I was making life-changing decisions to get on this journey, slowly but surely, even though I didn't know it at the time. So it's not like 18-year-olds can't make their own decisions. Plus, it's only a 3 years difference. I turned 21 recently, so I think that's okay. But I didn't actually have maximum limits. Like how, like okay, the youngest at this age that I date is 18 for those reasons. Like they can be responsible and make their own decisions. And I know that because I was able to make life-changing ones. So I think that's fine. Just 18, 21, I think that's fine. 18, 22, 18, 23, no, I'm not doing that. 23, I'm not even thinking. I've got to be thinking about dating teenagers. It's just too far. I made that decision. It's just I would have gone past that and would be dating maybe slightly maybe like 26, 27-year-olds before 30, younger than 30, maybe. I don't know. But at this age, I was saying 42 is absolute no. That lady would be old enough to be my mom. Like double my age, no. Maybe 25 to 30 is probably like the max. I mean, imagine me dating a 30-year-old. Oh my gosh. Like 30, that's maybe, hey, at that age, you might have a 2-year-old child. Who knows? Oh my gosh, you might be at the age where she would want to have kids. I'm certainly not ready for that, but anyway, yeah, I was speaking to a lady that was a few years younger than me, and I had a lot of lust to work through, a lot of lust, a lot of misogyny, a lot of female objectification, a lot to work through. I don't hate women. I don't hate women. I don't want to be speaking like Tupac, saying you need to stop giving these bitches all this attention. I don't hate women. I don't. On one end, he was saying, "Oh yeah, I have the highest respect for women," but she said it can't work because you're too nice. And then, yeah, it turned to that. Maybe for a certain image, but yeah, your mum. Anyway, I was thinking, going back to that situation I was talking about, I felt a sadness when this lady, who I don't know, who I've only spoken to, who I spoke to like once deeply, didn't look at me when I was walking out. Like, oh my gosh, get a grip of yourself. I could say that to myself and do negative self-talk, but that undermines the fact that I had a lot of deep sadness from different events that I think came out through that. Like the fact that one time when I was in middle school, yes, middle school, in year 6, I was on the field in school crying because one of, if not more than, one of the popular kid, one of the kids that were deemed popular at the time wasn't speaking to me. I was bawling my eyes out to this lady, or to this girl. We were in the same school year, so we were both 12 as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I was bawling my eyes out. Yeah. Even in A-levels, I wasn't crying about it, but I did sense, I did believe that I was being left out. And I don't quite know how to describe it exactly, but maybe I sensed a sort of emptiness inside when the people in this friendship group, one of many which I was in, wasn't speaking to me. They weren't speaking to me. They weren't involving me in the conversation. I basically was just there. And maybe I say a little bit here and there, but other than that, I'd just be there. I was nowhere near as pleasant as I was now, though. Like there was a guy in the same school year as me that I'd known for years throughout middle school, and he purposefully seemed like he was trying to be annoying. I just told him straight up, like, you are not wanted here. That was, I don't, there were a couple of ladies that were laughing. No, I don't think I don't think it was out of laughter, but out of outrage. Like, oh my gosh, how could you say that? But yeah, those were the sort of things that were on the mind. Like, I had a lot of anger in me, man. I had a lot of anger from deep sadness because the popular kids wouldn't speak to me, because from time to time I got bullied in primary school. In middle school, I got kicked in the balls once, and my left testy got swole. Well, I mean, I cried. I remember crying in the playground once because I was feeling a lot of back pain, and it was just so tough to handle that I was just crying out of physical pain, no emotional, no mental pain there. But yeah, this sadness from events like the one in which I was bawling my eyes out in year 6 on the school field, right by the entrance, because the popular kids weren't speaking to me. Where? Was probably coming out in the fact that the lady at the gym, even though when I was just walking by with the intentions to walk out, didn't say anything to me because she was doing her own thing, and we're not tight like that. We don't have a relationship like that. Yeah, we had a conversation, but during the end, she was checked out. She wasn't even looking at me. She was done. I do believe that I have a lot to say, but perhaps too much to say. I have lived. I have lived, and if I'm not careful, I could be speaking too much, and because of that, people might just naturally or automatically check out. Because it's like, okay, you know what? Even though I have been through a lot, and I do have something to say, it's too much to take on at one time. Like, let them speak. Let them speak. And going back to that lady, we had a conversation today, but it was about the fact that my feet are still hurting, and she showed she seemed to show pity about that, and it seemed like from the conversations we've had, that's what she's done. Showed pity, not interest. That's not true. I mean, we spoke about mental health, but I'd actually, in fact, argue that that is not in any way her. It's not in any way an issue. That's to do with me. I've got to check myself here and say, if I'm talking about foot pain, what else do I expect? Other than, it's either other than, oh wow, okay, or like pity, like how the lady showed, and or, mate, get yourself checked out. And what have you done to help yourself out? Get yourself checked out. It's either one of the two. I'm not I'm not giving I wasn't giving I didn't understand this at the time, but I was not giving that lady much freedom to think anything else. I just wasn't, because I was talking about foot pain. What's she gonna say? Oh yeah, that's great. I hope you feel more pain, dickhead. what? What? Oh yeah, it's amazing you feel that pain. It doesn't make sense. I'm not giving her. I didn't think of that. I wasn't giving her much wiggle room to say anything else or to show any other emotion. But then it'd be me, the same person that's saying that same thing, that would give that same sort of response. The audacity to say, well, she's responding in that way, and I don't want to be shown pity. It doesn't seem like she wants to talk to me because she's showing pity. No. What else did I expect? What else could I have expected? I think from now on, just sort out behind the scenes, don't talk about it, because it's not fair. It's not fair on either me or anyone I speak to about that foot pain, and then expect those same people to give a different response, other than one that shows pity or one that is concerned, saying get yourself checked out. It's in my best interest to talk about different things rather than talking about the same things over and over and over again. I probably didn't understand this when I was speaking to ladies on Snapchat back in the day, during year 9 to 11 times, when I was in high school. I was in high school past year 11 because I did my A levels there, but during this year 9 to year 11 time in particular, especially year 9, year 10, I didn't understand. I was saying the same thing to ladies over and over and over again. I.e., oh my gosh, not oh my gosh, oh, you're the only lady I speak to, and that I was. I don't know what I was expecting. I think maybe I liked the short-term validation, but then I soon realized if I wanted to have conversations with ladies in a dating way, that is not promoting longevity. Imagine if ladies were to do that to me all the time. That after a while will get boring. What do you mean you're not speaking to other guys? That sounds, nowadays, to me, that sounds extremely unhealthy. What do you mean you're not speaking to other guys? The world is not built of women alone, just like how it's not built of men alone. We are built to function in harmony with each other, not just speaking to only one lady, as I said I did. I don't know what I wanted out of those sorts of conversations back then. I don't know. But yeah, as for the conversations now, don't bother. Don't. If people ask, if people know and they ask, oh, how's your foot pain going? Then say. But if it's just like having a conversation, then don't. Even I get bored of that. If seeing as I was speaking to a lady, I'm gonna reverse the genders here and say and give a hypothetical situation that a lady was speaking to me over and over and over again, specifically about complaining about something. To me, when I talk about my foot pain, I wouldn't think of it as complaining, but that I think from another person's perspective is exactly what I'm doing. Because I certainly don't like the pain. That's for sure. So I'd say it is like, I'd say something like, well, I am feeling quite a bit of foot pain at the moment, so I'm just gonna go light or something like that. I remember saying that, and then that same lady would say, oh yeah, it's just show pity towards me. She seems like quite the polite lady. She seems okay. However, it's not her that I really want to think about here right now, because I want to spend more time focusing on my conversational skills. I spoke about my foot pain. Of course, it's either pity or, mate, get yourself checked out. I wouldn't be giving her much wiggle room for anything else. As I've been saying multiple times, I've been repeating myself a lot, apologies. I was feeling quite tired. And I do it a lot anyway, even if I was feeling wide awake. It's just my way of going about a conversation, going about this, making these videos. I've been doing it. So it's kind of normal for me to just carry on doing that. But anyway, yeah, I get bored of a lady talking about, oh, well, instead of it being foot pain, maybe knee pain. Oh, I've got knee pain. I've got knee pain from all the squats. Lady, why not try something else? It's like I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again. But I'm not even... I would be giving myself a solution by saying, oh, I'm going to do something light because of that. But it's boring. Normal for me, because that's what's going on in my life. I am experiencing foot pain every day. However, I don't need to share that burden. I don't need to put that burden onto anyone else by talking about it over and over and over again. I don't need to. It's not fair on them. I wouldn't like it if... no, I wouldn't say not like it. I'd just say I'd get bored of it if a lady were to say, well, I've got knee pain, I've got knee pain, I've got knee pain. All right. Go get yourself checked out. Why do you keep telling me? I'm not the GP. I'm just here at the gym. I'm a gym customer, not a GP. I'm not a doctor. Why do you keep speaking to me about it? Same way. They're not a GP. They're not a doctor. So why do I keep on speaking to them about it? Of course, that actually could be the case. They actually could be a GP, but I trust me, I highly doubt that. Anyway, you get the point. So what is it? What could I be talking about? as I have 8 holes in this t-shirt that I need to get rid of. What could I be talking about? I certainly will keep that in. I think I'm further understanding myself now. I, especially during A-levels, would complain a lot. I mean, I was saying to my parents over and over again, I was saying to my lady, I don't have a lady. Females aren't possessions to be owned. Come on now. But yeah, I was in a position where I kept on saying to my parents, I want a job with school. But I was thinking that they weren't listening to me, because they weren't telling me yes. They were listening, but I don't think I really wanted them to listen deep down. I think I wanted them to comply. I wanted them to give me permission. I don't think I was really asking. And that makes sense. And because I don't think I was really asking, I felt some sort of way when they said no every time. I'm now in real time changing how I think about that situation. Yeah, I don't think I was really asking deep down. If I were, I should have been able to accept the word no. Literally like how Side went all day when speaking to Hamza Arshad, or the guy that made Diary of a Bad Man. Is it Hamza or Hamza Arshad? I don't remember, but yeah. Sideman all day was saying people should be able to respect the word no. If they weren't, they should have just given, if they felt some sort of way when they asked and they heard no, regardless of what it is, they weren't asking. And they should have just said, give me this, or whatever it may be. Sounds like something JD Growth Through Calisthenics would say. It's probably echo chamber, and it was sticking after listening to him speak for long enough. But yeah, that's rather interesting. I might be right there. Otherwise, why would I feel unhappy every time I'd ask? I thought I wasn't being listened to. Granted, the conversations might have lacked emotional safety because of certain levels of hostility that especially my dad could have shown, and with all of the shouting that was going on, for sure. However, again, I don't think it was just them. As to why I was feeling that way, why deep down I could have been feeling so sad, which I showed in the form of anger, which is a secondary emotion to sadness. Even on the according to therapy in a nutshell, but she didn't specifically say word for word that anger is a secondary emotion to sadness. But she said anger is a secondary emotion, whereas sadness is a primary emotion. Yeah. And even on the emotions chart that I've got on the laptop, sadness and anger, or feeling mad, are close right next to each other. And that could be because the people or person who made that emotions chart thinks that they are close together. Maybe. Or maybe it wasn't done for that reason. But yeah, I during adolescence was started to feel really sad because of things like that, and perhaps because I didn't think I was fulfilling my full potential by getting those 9s that I wanted. Things would have been completely different if I were. Yeah, and because I was watching so much YouTube and wasn't actually going out of my way to realistically work on improving my school grades, I just complained. I wasn't giving myself the key out. I wasn't giving myself the way out. And because I wasn't doing that, and at the time, I was watching things like the Sidemen, Chicken Connoisseur, when the videos were getting not when the videos were getting millions of views, when millions of people were watching the series, and maybe a bit David Dobrik here and there. I think I was during A levels, just a little bit thinking, what is this? But also it was quite sexual. There was quite some sexual scenes between Corinna and David, and because I lacked physical affection, no hugs really, and also so many lustful lyrics going in and out of my mind, seeing as I was listening to grime music back then. Yeah, I can understand why I'd be watching that sort of lustful sort of stuff. Yeah. And as soon as I closed my eyes, I thought of a lady naked, Natalie, I think. And I've never even seen her that way. It's just, that wasn't nice. I don't think I'm helping out my elbow by clicking it every time like that. I've been doing that for the past few days, but I don't mean to. I don't want to destroy my body. But I think I'm going to come up with some ideas as to what I could talk about, so I actually have a clear idea instead of just keep on asking myself that question and then not get anywhere. So I'm going to go to the toilet, and then I'm going to come up with some ideas, and then I will further talk about what I would want to talk about in conversations to further develop my conversational skills, because I don't want to be complaining about my foot pain every single time people speak to me, especially with that lady I mentioned in the past, because I've done that twice now. No more. This is the emotion chart I'm talking about, by the way. As you can see, mad and sad. They're side. Mad and sad, but very close together. As I was saying, like anger and sadness are close together on this diagram, and they might have been doing that because they might have done it this way. Actually, hold on. They might have done it this way with the sad and the mad, because they may have put them close together because they think that they are closely related. But what about these? What about this half? Oh, it could be that they think like this half is close together, like these half is related, and then this half is related to each other. Maybe, because the peaceful, powerful, and joyful seem in the same realm. They're nothing alike. Peaceful is nothing like sad. Peaceful is nothing like mad. Peaceful is nothing like scared. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm seeing some connection. Maybe, like, they've done it opposite. So, like, sad and joyful are the opposite. Mad and powerful, that's what it says, by the way, are the opposite. Scared and peaceful are the opposite. Maybe. This looks silly. This is how I was just lying down on the chair in the kitchen after finishing my food. Well, after eating my food. Look at this. Look at this. Like, legs are on the chairs and that. Oh. It does actually it looks kind of funny. You know what? I can't even be bored. But if if I want to see my mum or dad come down, I would fix up. You know what? This is actually hurt my lower back. Oh. 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 Hee-haw. Right. That looks a lot more appropriate. So, I'll now get into why I actually just showed those 3 pictures that I just showed. So, I saw the first 2, which are from the same video, and I thought, after just typing in like about conversational skills, I thought, oh, now I've seen the improvement pill video already, I'm not doing that again. And then I saw that one, the first 2 photos, and I thought, oh, yeah, let's try this out. And then I saw that comment, which is the second photo I showed. Saw quite a few tips from many different people, but the reason why I showed the third picture is because I'm interested in improving my skills in reading the room, in terms of just paying more attention to reading people's expressions, because I haven't been doing that enough, and that would help me. I find I wouldn't really need to do that as much when speaking to guys. We are so interested in growth and development. So are the ladies over there actually, but I think I'd have to pay more attention to reading the room when talking to ladies, because it's speaking to ladies isn't something that I've really done regularly recently. It absolutely isn't. Let alone be making friends with any. It's not that I say that because I'm against the idea, but I just wasn't doing it. I had a lot to work through. Which even to this day I'm still working through. I.e., nah, let's stop. I'm gonna stop doing that. Really tasty though. Those condiments, wow. I.e., things that I feared as a child, things that I felt sad over as a child, and things that I felt lust over, my gluttonous ways as a child, like working through how I'd indulge in the 7 deadly sins. It started to me further improving. You stood up on a loaf of white bread. That's what I had with this eggs and tuna meal. But that was done. But that was really tasty though. Especially because I was feeling hungry. But anyway, yeah. I want to go out and just carry on practicing, but only with people that who I deem are doing something interesting, not just speaking to any lady like how I was doing for the past few days. That was the aim, because I was interested in just speaking to many different women, because I wanted to get more of a balance between how much I spoke to women and how much I spoke to men to live in a socially healthy way. That was my exact reasoning, basically word for word, or if not dead on verbatim. I'm pretty sure it's dead on verbatim, but almost certain that that wording is dead on verbatim. I mean, I only came up with it a few days ago, so fair enough. But yeah, reading the room, like being able to guide the conversation with the help of looking at the facial expressions pulled it would be pretty helpful. I don't really speak in groups like that. I'm not against it, but I just don't have friends. I don't have groups of friends. I have 0 friends, many acquaintances, but 0 friends, so I wouldn't be in a group like that. In time, I'll get to know more people, and then I think that just naturally happen. But I'm not desperate to get into groups. Not again. This basically being there, being there in the background, doing nothing, when I could be training, when I could be doing something else. Not again. Unless I really like the people, cool, I'll allow myself to be involved in the group. That's fine. I said to myself, slipping, I don't want to slouch. That hurts my lower back. If I really like the conversations I've had with people, or my perception of their personalities, then I'll go into a group, that's fine, but I'm not going to just go and do that with any Tom, Dick and Harry. Now, with that being said, I don't want to just speak to any lady. I want to speak to both men and women who are doing things I deem interesting, things I've never seen before. Maybe even new calisthenics moves. Just like how I would when I'd be speaking to basically guys and guys alone. Because I value learning new things. I value my health. I value learning new things. Without learning new things, my mental health would be a mess. If I was basically learning nothing and not overcoming anything every single day, yeah, that would not be fun. Reminded me of uni days. That's where my mind went for some reason. I don't know why. Oh no, I don't need to eat. I don't know why, but yeah. Hold on a sec. Just to make sure I have something to show for today, I'm gonna stop recording this and then just record a video saying break. So just in case if this doesn't upload today, seeing as it's 11 o'clock bang on, I have something to show. I've got something to show for today. I do have a video coming out, but I'm not sure I want to be able to get it out because it is bang on 11 o'clock at night according to the clock on the wall, and it's a minimum of 43 minutes and 23 seconds, I think. I am still in the middle of making it, so I'm not sure if that might not come out today. So just in case if it doesn't, I'm making this video to say that I do have one coming out for today and that I've made today, but we've got this just in case it doesn't come out today. I'm gonna keep on making that video, man. And on that note, I'm gone. I'm gonna keep on making that video, finish it up, and I'll see if I can get it out today. I'm not gonna hope. If I don't, I don't. I've got this just in case. I say that because in my mind I was thinking hopefully I get out today. No, I'm not hoping. I've got this just in case. But anyway, I'm gonna get on with that, and it may or may not come out today. On that note, got this out just in case. As I've said a couple of times, I'm out. I'm gonna keep on making it. I've noticed, like a comment said, I do repeat myself quite a bit. It's something that I can work on. I don't need to keep on repeating myself over and over and over again, especially in the space of less than 1.5 minutes. Anyway, I'm gone. Peace. Things from afar are a bit blurry, very slightly, so I'm gonna just allow my eyes to rest by keeping them closed. I'm on the phone too much. I do use my long distance vision outside, but I'm looking to improve or to change how I use screens, for example. I mean, it is 11 o'clock, so I mean, it makes sense. I'm still on the phone though. Yeah, makes sense as to why I think this. Yeah. Anyway, I've got some notes that I made on the laptop about conversations, and I've got this read the room knowledge that I'm gonna immediately apply when I go to the gym by just reading expressions when I talk to people and allowing people to, seeing as I've had shallow conversations with a lady in particular about, it seemed like she wanted to have a conversation with me the most when she actually spoke to me, when she asked me how I was, not the other way around. And I don't like the shallow conversations that we've had here and there, so I'm just gonna let her feel comfortable coming to me, because she might feel uncomfortable with how much I've been speaking to her. I don't know. It's not like she's telling me to back off, but yeah, the conversations just haven't been interesting. It's the same old, how are you? I was fine. Foot pain. I haven't been giving her the space to have an interesting conversation with me. I haven't, because I've been saying the same thing. I've been starting the conversations the same old boring, how are you way. I'm the one that's been doing that. I am the one that's been saying, oh, my feet hurt. It's true, but I don't need to go on about it every time. I'm not giving her a wiggle room for anything else. She's like, oh yeah, because I'm not giving her much space to do it, to say anything else. What else is she meant to say? Oh, fuck off, bro. Fuck your foot pain. Fuck you. Fuck your foot pain. You're a dickhead. Piss off. Wait, what? I'm not giving her. I haven't been giving her the space to say anything else. So even when I was saying bye on the way out, she just wanna do her own thing. That's more than okay though. That's more than okay. But it's just, I say that because it's something I'm just making a note of. She's just there minding her own business. And I was speaking to someone else is like, okay, I've seen her in the gym, why not just say bye to her as well? Seeing as she was very close by, like less than 5 meters away. Unfortunately though, I saw her walk out, so it was like, okay, I want to walk out with the guy I'm speaking to as well because of that. Yeah. I followed that impulsive, lustful way of thinking. There's so many different people I could speak to in that, but I think I did that because, or at least partially because I just, after those lustful actions and looking at her bum and that, it was like there was in my mind an immediate connection there, lustful connection. So I excessively valued speaking to her subconsciously, I think. There was what I thought today was an awkward exchange in weights, because it's like her and some guy were having a conversation, and I was just there, just exchanging the weights, telling her to put the weights back, because the weights were right in the corner of the room, so it was difficult for me to get there, especially seeing as they both were in the corner. That's why I did that, but I thought that was quite awkward. When I was walking back to the bench press, I was thinking, wow, that was awkward. But then I worked through it before doing my next set and thought, that's not even awkward, it's real life. I think I was getting onto the fact that I excessively value the conversations. and I can understand why. And my reason for that is because I socially haven't really been outside in terms of speaking to ladies. Not recently. I was gonna say not recently and not ever, but that's not true. Primary school, middle school, high school, and even A levels, I was in a friendship group that was only ladies. So that's not true. But yeah, recently it's been a lot more guys, just too much testosterone, and that lady I'm talking about, and that I've been talking about for a while, due to working through lust, seems to be every time she's in the gym, like drowning in testosterone. And to be fair, beautiful face, tight clothes, so seemingly round bum, big bum. So the guys over there are probably experiencing something similar to what I've been experiencing. Like I think her and a guy were flirting, it seemed. So it's like they could be experiencing the same lustful ways of thinking that I was experiencing, but maybe to a heightened degree, maybe to a more tame degree. But I understand. I think I have at least a more clear understanding of what's going on in my mind. It's not even anything to do with her as an individual, I don't think, other than just looks and other than just looks and needing to work through lustful ways of thinking that I had ever since I was a prepubescent kid. Yeah, all the way back in year 6 when I was when I fancied a girl in middle school in particular, all the way back when I was 12. It never used to really get like that. Primary school, it was the girls that fancied me. Middle school was the girls that fancied me, excluding that one. And I actually dated in year 8. And then GCSEs, ladies told me that they fancied me in the past. Apparently, I've heard from somewhere on YouTube that means I fancied you then, I fancy you now, but I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to be rejected for whatever reason. As for A levels, I had an attraction to someone, but it built over time, I think. Because at first, when I was speaking to this lady, it wasn't immediate. I didn't get even with the lady I'm speaking about that I've seen in the gym and that I've been speaking to in the gym, it wasn't immediate like that. I would keep looking at her and her bum because the clothing was tight and therefore eye-catching. But I didn't immediately get a boner when looking at her or anything like that. That only started to happen after I stared at her bum. But as for the lady I'm talking about in A levels, we had quite the physically intimate moment on the street. We were really close up together, and yeah, I got a boner off that. Memories, it was, in my opinion, rather unfortunate how that A-level memory ended, relationship ended. We never dated or anything, that's not why I said relationship, but we were certainly on friendly terms until I creeped her out. So unfortunate, man. I've spoken about her. I'm talking about who I've decided to call lazy. I spoke about her in Plank Journey Logs. What happened was, during A-level times in during a parents' evening, I didn't have credit on my phone, so I asked her to if I could borrow her phone to call my dad. She did that, and then I took her number from my dad's call history, not thinking that that was weird. And then a few months later, I was thinking, why not just send a text? Yeah, it came from an innocent place. I wasn't trying to do that to startle her or anything, but I didn't think that that could be creepy. I didn't think that that would be creepy. It was just only the immediate instant that after I sent a text saying buongiorno with a smiley face, that was it, verbatim. That's when I thought, shit. That's when it settled in. It was like, oh, just why not do it? Again, came from an innocent place, but yeah, I really think that was creepy. That was creepy because we didn't directly exchange numbers. Again, I got her number from my dad's call history. I asked if I could go through the call history because just to get a number of someone I know. Again, not even with any sexual intentions or any dating intentions, any lustful intentions, nothing like that. It was innocent on my end. Me sending a text to her came from an innocent place, but it doesn't. She's not going to think about, the lady is not going to be thinking about if she thought that that came from an innocent place. Just, what is going on? What is this? Why? I never thought this guy was like that. And combine that, even though it came from an innocent place, as I've been saying for the third time now, combine that with all of the other hardships that the lady might have experienced in terms of both boys and men who actually had predatory tendencies. Yeah, of course, seeing as I'm a guy, she'd be more on guard. Even if it were a lady on lady, it'd be like, what are you doing? You just got my number. Who's this? Yeah. But I didn't think of that at the time. Even though 18, didn't think of that at the time. No, I genuinely didn't. But I for sure have learned from my lesson now. I'm never doing that again. Even now, at this point in time, unless I'm dating the lady, I would not even dare touch her shoulder, even though I wanted to recently one time, that lady who's by my stairs, yeah, I did, but I controlled myself and didn't. I did impulsively, but I controlled myself and I didn't do that. That is, in my opinion, unacceptable. I would not, after a very long while, want ladies to be touching me up, so I'm not going to do that to. I'm not going to do that to any lady. If it's man on man, it's more acceptable. It's obviously more of a friendly thing, but if it's a man and a woman interaction, there's that. Is he trying to make moves on me? Like, if it's man on man, it's not really gonna be like that. If it's a man on man, if a man's putting his arm around me, I might think, well, personal boundaries, but I'm not gonna think, is he trying to put the moves on me? Like, what? This is disgusting. What's going on? And I say that specifically because a lady might think that if a guy's doing that to her, and fair enough, boundaries have been broken. This guy, you've never spoken to him in your life, but he could be a predator. But he's here touching you up. Yeah, like, what's going on? Fair enough. I certainly won't be speaking to her as much anymore. Just because I want to speak to different people. I was again, because of the lustful actions that I allowed myself to do by staring at her bum, I'm not gonna go out of my way to speak to her. She can come speak to me if anything, because I wouldn't give her that free space for her to want to have a conversation with me. So I'm just gonna speak to different people, not even necessarily to go out of my way to speak to ladies in particular, but just different people, and do it with purpose. Speak to people who are doing something that I've never seen before. I might think, wow, that's really interesting. Or someone who's doing more than I am, who's more competent than I am, regardless of gender. So my socializing has got to be a lot more purposeful and a lot less sexist. I think it needed to be quite sexist though, in order to get that balance between conversations that I have between how many conversations I have between men and women, have it at least somewhat more balanced. When I say sexist, I don't mean misinterest, but going out my way to speak to women in particular. So in effect, maybe showing more of a positive bias towards ladies by saying that I'd want to speak to more ladies, and not almost, literally, sometimes scanning the room, looking at ladies that I might want to talk to for whatever reason, simply just off the fact that she's walking. I mean, come on. Is that it? Is that all it takes? The human's female and she walks. The lady's the human. The lady's female and she walks. Come on, is that really all it takes? Really? Come on, that's low. Like I wouldn't do that to a guy. Oh, he's a man, he walks, so I'm gonna speak to him. No. But why is it, if that's the case, why is it that I do that with a lady? Because I'd want to speak to more ladies to get that healthy balance. But that didn't take into consideration, hold on a sec, I don't want to be speaking to just any lady, because you don't know what they're up to. They could be a felon. They could be up to some dirty stuff. They could be misinterest. They could be racist. You just don't know. You just don't know. There's so many people that, especially black people, racist to their own race, niggas this, niggas that. Oh my gosh, man. But without it though, without that self-racism, as I've decided to call it, I mean, there wouldn't be as much hatred in the world. That hatred, which is profitable, not only because it gives more police officers a job, but because it seems like in grime music in the past and in drill music, it's like the more angry they feel, the more sad they feel deep down, the more talented they seem to become, because even the instrumentals are fueled of hate. Those instrumentals that you want to pull a screw face to automatically. I've done that many times. It's like, yeah, that instrumental is something touching a black man's soul. No, that music is not necessarily a black thing. It's not. If it were, I mean, surely it'd only be like black people making that sort of music. It's not. You could argue it's black people predominantly, but is it black people only? No. Damn, man. Damn. I could just talk about what I truthfully want to talk about. And I'm okay. I don't have to think. I don't want to end up like, I don't want this channel to end up like Life XP's channel, man. Too many people clicking the subscribe button from Hamza's channel too quickly. Hamza in this context, but from very generally speaking, from a different person who's made more videos, who's been doing it for longer. You just flooded the channel's subscriber count. No wonder why it grew so quickly. No wonder why more people were pressing the subscribe button at such a rate. No wonder. But now look where that's ended up. Also seeing Ice Cold LCB not really post consistently in that either, for whatever reason. Seems like even 10 months into the journey, I'm seeing other people who seem to be on a similar wavelength to me, who've done it for either less time or more time, like Ice Cold LCB, I vividly remember, are not posting as often and potentially dropping off. You got the opposite, like Luke Spurgeon, who's posting a lot more than me once by like posting 20 to 30 shorts a day. I mean, jeez. I think that consistency disregards quality. And I know that from personal experience, even doing it to a smaller standard, like 14 videos a day, or maybe 10 plus videos a day, it's too much. I personally, that's too much, but it seems like he's privated quite a lot of those shorts, and I think he might have been wanting to do it. Yeah, I remember in a comment he was saying, someone said, "Oh, I don't think this is probably the best way to go about making videos, but hey, what do I know? I'm not a self-improvement creator." But then he was saying, "Oh, well, I am doing it just so more people could click. I'll be doing it for a short time so more people could click." So be it, it's up to him. But yeah, I personally don't want to do that though, because then like quality is just completely rid. You've completely got rid of quality in, or at least predominantly have gotten rid of quality if you do that. And when I say you, I don't mean Luke, but during that time, I'd say, yeah. I'd say he had during that time, because it's just too much. Like 20 videos a day. I even saw the video count go higher than this channel's video count, and I was like, wow, yeah, nice. But then it went back to like 400. It's like, what happened? But yeah. He might have deleted them. He might delete the shorts. He might not have. Hey, it's not my business. But yeah, I'm not talking about the main topic of this video, or what I was just talking about earlier with like conversations with that. I'm just gonna go practice like Jordan Peterson said. I'm not gonna do it because he told me to, but because I agree with that piece of advice on my own terms, not because it's just going in one ear out the other, and not going in one ear, processing it without questioning, going out the other, or sticking it there partially, then going out a little bit. Nah. Anyway, this is me, finito. It's 11:30. I'm done talking. My throat's feeling dry. My cups. It's gone out. It's run out. I've run out of water. The boss will be happening soon. Yeah, boss. Personal training businesses. Yeah, boss. Soon. You know how drill rappers say, yeah, the home soon. That's same thing with this personal training business stuff. Home soon. I've got to get my cash flows first. I've got to get my money. My money. It's not my money. I've got to improve my financial health, and then really get to it once I've built structure in my life and have gained complete control of my day. And I've just worked through after I've just worked through a whole lot of stuff, and I've just improved, got to such a high level. Soon, I certainly am improving though. I'm not feeling fear when teenagers are around. Like, it's complete peace now. Like, when I was on the street, just around, I saw a group of kids, one of which I think I've seen in the past, just around, in the area, but yeah, no fear from those dreams anymore. I've been there, done that. I know that I have more important priorities. And speaking to people has probably meant that I'm no longer focusing on that anymore, because I'm putting more of my energy into the conversations, improving my social skills than that. That's a situation of the past. Been there, done that. Oh no. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Look at that, 1992. With the amount of holes in it, you think it's from 1992. It's ripped, man. Reminds me of, they reminisce of you though, because that's what it was made. That's where my thoughts went. I really liked the ladies' vocals on that track. I liked it. You can't hear it as loudly on the instrumental version, though, unfortunately. But yeah, I really like that version where it's just a track and you can just hear the melody and the vocals. They mix. I really like the mix. Before, it was just such an emotion-inducing track, but it's like I'd be trying to hold back tears. I'd literally be listening and putting a face like this, like I'm trying to hold back tears. But now, it's nothing like that. I think I might have had a lot of misogynistic views that I had to work through. It wasn't that I hated the woman or anything like that, not at all, but I just had a lot to work through with the ladies, which I'm now having to do, seeing as I'm getting a balance between how many guys and how many women I speak to, how many amazing men I speak to, and how many beautiful women I speak to. Both amazing their own ways, but is it an issue calling a lady beautiful? Does that set up the foundations to look at a lady predominantly looks first, then personality, a character? They say looks or personality, that's like a normal debate, but what about character? What about motives? What about intentions? What about that? What about ambition? What about long-term aims? What about hobbies? She could be an absolute weirdo. That is a part of personality, you could say, but does the lady have integrity? What's up? Like, looks versus personality. What about character? Is she willing to be honest with people and assertive enough to not be disrespectful, but to, in a friendly way, voice her opinions and go out of her way to get what she wants? Does she live in an honest way? Like, what is up? What's up with that? Yeah. Anyway, my throat's dry. I'm done. I want to stop talking now, so I'm out. Let's see what I get up to tomorrow, man. Peace. I'll get the weekly review done and start following plans and regain control of my day. For sure. Anyway, I'm out. Peace. Oh, actually, no, before I do end it, I want to regain control of my day by going through the exercises from Transform Your Body, Transform Your Life by Akash Kayla. I apologize if I'm saying that name incorrectly. I think that's going to help because I've learned quite a bit from that book already, and I want to read as well. I want to increase my vocabulary so I could further explain what I mean by things. Just, be able to more clearly explain what I mean by things, which will help me in all aspects of life, because I'll be able to more clearly explain things to myself and other people. And I'd like to do it through the exercises they have in that book, starting off with page 14, and I'll do that tomorrow, and then over time, day by day, add more structure into the day. I could do that with when I eat as well, but I'll just let it go over time for sure. Anyway, I'm out. Let's see what I get up to tomorrow, man. It will be deep talks like this from now on. As I'm sorting out my health issues, but bunions, and also sorting out my neck because I've got razor bumps there. I want to see what I can do about that. Go to the GP and maybe go to barbers as well, see what they can do. But yeah, get a nice fade whilst I'm at it as well. But I want cash flows before I do that, because the money would just be going down and down and down and down. It's low triple figures right now. Like less than £350 is or as far as I'm aware, like it's yeah, yeah. I certainly won't be saying like my bank balance. That's not what my bank balance is necessarily or anything like that, but yeah, that's the amount of money as far as I'm aware that I have. Like that will certainly change, but I'll be a lot more vague about it because people don't need to know that. Like I'll say maybe like four figures, 5, 6, and so on. Yeah, I'm not trying to touch 8. That seems like greed. I don't need to do that. But 7 maybe, and 8 if I think I could go about it in a if I think I really want to do it for whatever reason, and I think I could do it without breaking my moral code in any way, then cool. But I'm not making myself an idiot for money. I'm not. That same money that comes and goes, that won't stay with me forever. No. It's not my money. It's not even my money. It's the bank's also, I think. But apparently, according to one video online, which you don't know how credible it is, but it was in what seemed quite a formal place, like a speech or something, or like one of those, not Houses of Parliament conversations or whatever, but in a place similar to that, and he was just saying, yeah, the banks are counterfeiting money and that, but you don't know how truthful that is, honestly. Anyway, I'm done. I'm out, man. Let's see what I get up to tomorrow. It'll be another deep talk like this, honestly. And yeah, I'm out. If I do want to show some exercise footage, I will, but other than that, it'll just be deep talks like this as I work through things, because I need to take it slower and further work through like social skills and that. So I'll be using these videos to do that. Anyway, I'm out, man. Peace. I just saw the Jordan Peterson short that I had on in the search history or watch history, and it was go out there and practice. I could do that with all aspects of my life, with my productivity and that as well. Now that I think about it, I'll go out there and practice. I find that being stood up and learning might actually help, because I was by the gym which just had a whiteboard just there, and I was thinking I might actually be able to use a whiteboard stood up as I learn, for example. Yeah, and as I do other things, for example, but I need to get rid of those childhood fears that I've written down there, so before I could do that. But yeah, anyway, I'll go out there and practice for sure. Allow myself to live how I truthfully want to live by doing that. That's it. Go out there and practice consistently. I don't think it's any more difficult than that. Then from there, if I need to further develop and plan out how I go about practicing, that's cool. But for now, I just need to start practicing, especially with my productivity, because I've been wanting to do the exercises in the Transform Your Body, Transform Your Life book. But I have planned to do them. Just like our practice planning, I need to practice actually go through them. All I need to do is just make a start, even 2 minutes, just literally just do it for 2 minutes. And that's all I need. I just need to practice making a start in things, and then from there, the progress will exponentially increase, because that's where I really believe I need to improve. Because I don't think about, oh, I need to plan. I need to plan to plan. I need to plan how I'll plan. No, I don't. I just do it. Just like how I could plan and then just do the thing. Oh no. In fact, I was saying I can act first and then plan out later and readjust. Yeah. So I actually get to doing things, and then from there plan out. Okay. Yeah. From experience, it'd be within my best interest to do X, Y, and Z, or this and that. Or I like where things are heading. Or I could just do a little bit of touch up here and there. Anyway, I might actually do that right now with the stuff, with the Transform Your Body, Transform Your Life exercises. Yeah, so on that note, I'm gone. I'm going to go out there and practice every day, man. On that note, it seems like all of my aspects of life are connected together, man. Slowly but surely, all of my choices are just creating one massive thing. I don't know what it is, but one massive thing I want to have and that I really like. But anyway, I think that I'm thinking of saying I hope it will be greatness, but we'll see. We'll see. Both you and I, the other people who are watching who aren't me, both around this time in 2022 and in the future, maybe 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. See where I'm at 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now. Let's see. Let's see. By then, by 5 years, I certainly would have got far. Certainly. And it starts from today. Actually, no, tell a lie. No, it started ever since I started. Not it started. I started ever since I was 18, reading those self-improvement books and complaining that I couldn't go to the gym because my parents, my dad wouldn't let me. That was the reasoning I had, and I'd be complaining to a lady, lazy, that was going on. I complained so much, man. No more. Anyway, I'm gonna go out there and practice, man. I'm out. Peace. Cheers to getting more done in my productivity and in every aspect of life. Oh yeah. Being stuck on YouTube all fucking day sucks. So I'd much rather that for sure. More fulfillment, more life, an infinite amount, and not bitter from watching YouTube all day. Even though I'd be creating on it, that's fine, but watching it excessively, watching ads and that, oh my gosh, I have to watch ads for something that I didn't want to watch before watching what I truthfully want to watch. Yeah, fuck that. I'd find a lot more fulfillment with what I said earlier, going out there and practicing, having fun in real life, going on a Rubik's Cube instead of watching YouTube all the time, or just being with my childhood teddy bears, just enjoying life, just relaxing, chilling out, not feeling sad that I watch YouTube. Oh my gosh, yeah, forget that, man. This is something I'm working on day by day. Being able to use the screens in a healthy way. I'm getting there as I regain control of my day for sure. Anyway, now I'm really out. Peace.